Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to the video class. And in this video class, we are going to discuss chapter 7 of the history, craft and industries. My dear students, as we are knowing, British came to India for the trade purpose. But slowly and gradually, they started to gain control over the Indian territories, and at last, whole of the India came under their control. Now it is also very necessary to know why India was the first choice of the Britishers for making trade. As we are knowing, in 1600, East India Company was established into the Britain. Then leaders of the East India Company started to search new lands from which they can trade with, and for their trade interest, India was a suitable place. One more thing we are knowing, in the England, Industrial Revolution occurred in the 18th century, and as industrial revolutions occurred for the industries, there was the great need of the raw material as well as the fuel. And at that time, our country India was too much prosperous in both of these commodities, and as a result of that, it was the first choice of the Britishers. So Britishers started to gain control over the territory, and they started to export the raw material and fuels from our country India, and as a result of that, mostly the two industries, the cotton textile as well as the smelting industry, these both industries declined a lot in our country India. So first we are going to discuss the textile industry. We can say till the 17th century, the textile industry of our country India was too much prosperous. The textiles or the clothes which were produced within our country India, they were of the great demand in the other countries of the world. India mostly produces chintz, calico, cotton, muslin, etc. It was believed that muslin was the best fabric of all that time. Arabs, the people of the Southeast Asia, and some traders of the West were trading with Indian textiles, and they were earning huge amount of the profit. About the muslin, it was said that it was so fine in the texture that even a whole cloth of the muslin can be put into a small matchbox, as well as 1 yard of the muslin cloth can be squeezed or can be compressed into the size of a ring. So, as these products of the Indian cotton textile industries or Indian textile industries were of the great demand in the world, and why it was of the great demand in the world? Because the textiles which were produced within India that were superior in the quality, as well as its finishing was good, and most importantly, the design and the dyeing process, means the coloring process, which was of these textiles, that were too much attractive. And at that time, weavers who were involved in the textile industries, they were mostly using the simple tools, and maximum work was done with the help of the man force. So it was a long process, but because of its fine quality and texture, it has a great demand in the other countries of the world. So it was very costly also. But as industrial revolutions occurred in the Britain in the 18th century or in the England, then England industrialists were worried. Why? Because comparison to the man, machines were producing more amount of goods within the short duration of time, and for the machines there was the more requirement of the raw material, and at that time the demand of Indian textiles were also in the England. So as industrialists of the England saw that Indian textiles are coming in their market, so to save their economic interest, they demanded the government that government should impose heavy import duty or heavy taxes on the import of Indian goods into the British market, so that their goods can be sold within the country. Besides that, for the industry, it was also necessary to find a great market, and as a result of that, the market which Britishers were searching, that was the suitable into the India. So as very soon I have told you all, to protect the economic interest of the British goods, Britishers demanded the government that they impose some duty. As a result of that, Calico Act of 1720 was being passed. So it is also necessary to know what was the Calico Act. When Portuguese came to India in the search of the spices, then they landed first at the Calicut port of the Kerala, or Calicut near Kerala. And when they returned from the Calicut, then with the spices, they also carried huge amount of chintz and other textiles. So later on, the textiles which were produced in India, they became so much demandable in the world market that all the textiles which were produced within the India, they came to be known by a simple name, calico. Some cotton textiles were also exported to the Arab countries. So when Britishers saw that there was a great demand of Indian textile in their market, as well as China was also exporting their goods to the British market. So to save their economic interest, they demanded the government that heavy duty should be implemented, and as a result of that, in 1720, British government passed the Calico Act. Because of the Calico Act, if Indians had to sell their goods into the British market, for that purpose, they have to give heavy duty or heavy taxes, and this resulted in the decline of the cotton textile. Secondly, as till that time British uphold their foot within the India, so Indian cotton textile or Indian textile industries were also facing tough competition with the British goods, and this also resulted in the decline of the Indian textile. So the next topic which we are going to discuss, that is the decline of the textile industry. So what were the main causes for the decline of the textile industries within the India? So first of all, as we are knowing, the goods which were produced within the England, they were machine made, and as a result of the machine made goods, as a result of being produced within the machines, the prices and finishing of these goods were more good compared to the Indian textile. Secondly, earlier time, Britishers and their agents were giving some advances to the Indian peasants so that they can make their production. But to sustain their industrial goods, they stopped giving such type of advances, and as a result of that, weavers were in the extreme crisis. Now, comparison to the machine-made goods, Indian goods were of the more cost, and this also resulted in the decline. And as decline took place in the textile industries, unemployment became very common, because not only weavers were involved in that textile industry. With the weavers, there were the transporters, dyers, as well as those individuals who were making different type of designs and other activities. So, as the decline in the cottage industries took place, the livelihood of all these individuals also declined. One more thing which I forgot to tell you all, with the introduction of the Industrial Revolution, spinning jenny, that was a mechanical device, was introduced in the 1764. With the help of the spinning jenny, on one hand loom or on one loom, one individual can operate many of the machines. So we can say that with help of the spinning jenny and the Industrial Revolution, there was a gradual change in the textile industry, and Indian weavers were unable to compete with that, and as a result of that, the textile industry of our country India declined. So this was all about the textile. In the next video class, we shall discuss about the smelting industry and the other industries. Till that time, bye bye.